What's up, my friends? How you doing? In the last 24 hours, I have been amazed by a movie and amazed at how dumb and memey Magic the Gathering just got with Modern Horizons. So, it's been an interesting chunk of time. I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm definitely not an embittered person like I was yesterday, but I'm gonna bang on Magic some tonight. I can tell you that right now. So first things first, let's share the live stream link in the Discord, and we shall proceed from that juncture. Because they put a card in Modern Horizons that must have originally been an uncard. I can't think of any other scenario for real. Like, it just, anyways, hold on. One thing at a time here. One thing at a time. Okay, live stream link has been shared, so that's good. Bam. All right. So now we'll switch this up so we can see the chat properly. Perfection. What up, Zircon, Millmaster, Gossett, Eng, Stormtrooper, Superbacker, Ned, Sandwich, Shelton, Phage, Joe, Juglum, Sum, John, Cheems, Hurst, Beasley, DB, Aldini, Cramden, Lowbrow, Long 10, Jess, and Doomblade. Hello. Welcome. Long, you've seen 2 of my videos. You don't know why you're getting recommended the live stream? Because YouTube is like, hey, do you like, I noticed you liked a grilled cheese sandwich last night. So now, like, every meal, it's like, hey, do you want a grilled cheese for breakfast? You want a grilled cheese for lunch? You want a grilled cheese for dinner? How about 2 grilled cheeses? Like, that's how YouTube operates, which is why I never let it autoplay into anything. Because it will change the entire whatever. Every once in a while, I wander off and I guess my mouse is over some video and it's playing that video. And then when I come back to YouTube, it's like, here's a bunch of these. And I'm like, what even is this? I didn't even watch a video on this. YouTube's insane. But if you like my stuff, at least you're not ending up somewhere where you have no idea why you're here, right? So there is that. What up, Nishimoto? Jester, what's the good word? Elbow drops, big boy. That's the actually, that's the theme for tonight, I guess. Both in Magic the Gathering and in movie action. Because I watched Ong Bak, baby. Ong Bak, baby. That sounds like, it sounds like a Psy song. You know, Gangnam Style. Ong Bak. That's what it makes me think of. Oh, John says, wait until the Magic historians populate in AI searches. They're just going to force it down your throat. Choke on it. But not too much. You can live, but you still got to choke on it. Long, you're glad to be here? Well, good, man. Don't spend any time watching stuff that don't make you happy, bro. Right? You definitely don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Zircon says, yeah, got to turn off video previews or they go in the history. 100%. 100%. Oh, Jess, you think I'm looking good tonight? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Doomblade Super Chat says, I faced a guy with a ukulele. No, that says ukulele. I was reading that as I faced a guy with a ukulele. Blink, 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 blink. Let's go for a drink. I'm gonna show your mama balls and see what she thinks. Blink, 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 blink. Anyways, I haven't finished reading the super chat. I faced a guy with ukulele, and he was playing the experience counter Eldrazi? What the hell's Eldrazi? And the new Kozilek is annoying. Eldrazi are going to be a problem for future games. Good luck to Motor players, XD. Motor players, Eldrazi? Doomblade, what have you been huffing paint, bro? Have you been huffing paint, son? Well, either way, you're Lord of the Board. Thanks for the super chat. What's up, Break Stop? Wait, did you change your profile picture to some gross penguin or something? I can't tell because it's really small, so I assume it's a fat, gross penguin. A penguin. All right. Doomblade, you lording that board. Ashmead, good morning. Oh, that's right. You're in the Philippines. You're way the hell out there. So you're in a different time zone. What up, Kenzuki? What's going on? Hot dice? So I've got a little of the forbidden pap. So I got myself some barks, but I'm only having it today. I'm actually hopefully going to be going off my medication in like a week. So I'm making a bit of dietary shift, but I had been getting pop again at home when I really shouldn't, because it's not the greatest choice for me, but hey, whatever. I've been doing it, right? So I'm trying to just get it to where I only have it on occasion when I go out to eat or whatever, bro. Doomblade, your spell check has been huffing paint. Yeah, right. Motor's not a word, and Aldrazi isn't either. You can't blame it on that shit. You want to talk about getting butchered? I am butchering you now. Dark Star says, just finished writing the name. Oh, like right away, Doomblade getting shunted off the board. Getting shunted off the board. Ashmead, you're in a different day. It's Thursday here. Is it idiot night in my stream? First, we got this nonsense from Doomblade, and then you come into the Thursday night chill stream to tell me it's Thursday where you are. I got news for you, dumbass. It's Thursday where I am too. It's in the fucking name. Man, what, should I just spam random letters into the name of the stream, bro? Like, I'm super awake tonight because of the caffeine and sugar I've been chugging, boy. But guess what? It's Thursday for me too, you fool. It's not a different day, you goof. Dark Star! Like a gigantic star of darkness crushing Doomblade's hope. There you go. There you go. Break stop. Oh, you're explaining to me what your profile picture is like. I care. I didn't mean to confuse you. The fact that I was talking about it's because I like the sound of my own voice, not because I give a shit about you, bro. Right? Johnson. Wow, you want to really go back into the past. Did the guy who kicked me in the park go to jail? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He definitely went to jail. In fact, there is actually a video of him getting caught by the police. It's funny because I didn't know he got caught by the cops right away, but within an hour of it happening, the police were all over it. And the guy who arrested him literally slams him into the ground and then feeds him a shot to the side of the head. And I'm just like, all right. All right. And actually, the cop that caught him saw me on the street one day and rolled down his window. He's like, hey. And I was like, what's up? He's like, I'm the dude who caught that guy. And I was like, yeah, brother. Yeah. Nishimoto, listen, you ugly, gangrenous dickwad. Of course. It's in the title, stupid. That's what we got Thursdays. We got Thursdays. Doomblade! Oh, taking the board back? All right. Wow, it's double D action. We got the D-boys fighting off. We got the D-bag battle. Dark Star versus Doomblade. It sounds like two wrestlers. Sounds like two edgy wrestler names. All right, so Doomblade. What does your super chat say? Hatcher, the butcher of Doomblade. And the Kozilek trigger may get rid of your creatures, but your spells get fizzled entirely, and with Echoes of Eternity, it's not okay. Colorless is going to be frustrating. You ain't wrong, bro. You ain't wrong, son. Break stop. Wait, I say things to you reminds you of your dad? Well, maybe if your dad raised you properly, you wouldn't be a little bitch crying in my fucking stream, huh? So go cry to him. He probably cares more than I do. You know I don't give a shit. You can stop that. You can break off those habits. That's 2 uses of your name. So chug it like a fat dong. Dark Star says, you win, Doomblade. I have bills to pay for the end of the month. Okay, that battle was fast. That one's over. Nishimoto, we got everything here in Canada, including disdain for your bullshit. Apparently, the game store owner, he's got something planned for tomorrow. He said, come in on Friday, and I should have something for your stream. So it looks like tomorrow we're going to have something going on. We're going to have something going down, and it's not your mother. Well, maybe your mother, too. There's room under my desk, but... Oh, the shit talking is strong tonight, baby. Johnson, you've been watching me for years? I've been watching me for years, too, and I like what I see. Oh. So yeah, hope you guys have been having a good day. Hope you've been having fun. Zero sum, I don't know if it's loot related. I think it might be something separate from that, but he is still accepting money via PayPal to continue to lootify me. And I pointed to Carly. I'm like, look at the loots up in the closet. You can see them multiplying. She said they're mating up there. Nothing a furry crusade can't handle, right? Break stop, you know what we don't have in Canada? Measuring cups that make any damn sense? What are you talking about? We use metric, where everything actually makes sense. It's not fucking 4 hogsheads to a quintzorp, like in America. Oh, we got a quart, and we got this, and whatever, and it's roughly this. 8 ram's heads eat a quadrample. Oh, okay. Well, when you want to come out of the fucking Stone Age and stop using animal heads to measure shit, come on over to the metric side of every other part of society, right? Imperial is a bunch of bullshit that the stone brains still use. So suck on that fat dong of truth, bro. You don't like it because it makes sense. You like the dumb nonsense you've learned already. Mets, you want a loot historian plush? That is an abomination, and you need to shut your mouth. That does not need to exist. Me and loot together? No. No. Timothy, you remember my breakfast streams when I used to cook bacon? I still do those on occasion. I haven't done them as much, but I still do them on occasion. No, you're zero sum. You seem fucking confused. First of all, this isn't Britain. Secondly, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. That's how that works. I can have your fucking mom measure out my dick using metric, right? And she'll be all, oh, I'm so fancy and international, right? So, there you go. There you go. That's how that works. You ain't got fucking shit to say when it comes to how this gets directed, big boy. Justin, listen, man, I ain't a fucking doctor to asking me what kind of pills you need to take. Arsenic pills, bro. You need vitamin A. You need vitamin A. Boopernator, it looks like I've upgraded my living space. Where the fuck have you been? Why have you been gone for so long? You've been gone for so long, now you're gonna pretend like you care? You don't care. You've been gone forever. I'm just going to get some smokes. I'll come back in a couple years. Seems like you're in a better place. Like you give a shit. Oh. Yeah, talking smack is fun. Shotter, you want to just stall out the opponent in Chandelar? Good luck when you get to the castles, big boy. Their decks are going to be beefcake. They're going to be beefcake. Boomernator says, I care. And yes, I've been gone a long time, but at least I came back. Did you bring cigarettes for everybody? We got to smoke, bro. We got to smoke. Ashmead, you're heating a bucket of water by putting it in the sun. Everyone takes cold showers where you are, not you. I don't like cold showers either, man. I like them hot. I like them hot. Timothy, no. I will not be at the MagicCon in Las Vegas. That's not going to happen. I am going to Comic-Con next month, though, so that should be interesting. I've never been to one, so we'll see how that goes. But no Magicon action. No Magicon action. Have you guys seen? Hold on, I'm gonna get the image for it here. Have you seen the stupid new meme Magic card that just got spoiled today that I do not like? This thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. There's a gorilla that has a dinosaur in a leg lock, while another dinosaur is doing like a top from the top ropes elbow drop, like they're the Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. Oh yeah, brother! Like, this had to be an unset, right? Like, this is so stupid. This is so dumb. I use my magic to summon up WWF gorillas. What? No, like, this spell makes it so that, like, one of your guys leg locks the creature and the other jumps on it. This is so this is so stupid. This has to be an uncard. Like, what? That's all I think when I look at it. Just, what? Magic is getting too dumb and memey with its stupid, I want to bang you looking at your Instagram goblins and wrestling nonsense. It's so goofy. It's so goofy. Because Modern Horizons is made up out of artwork they just have kicking around in their art dumpster that they never got to use. So they just pulled this old art out and went, we're just putting it in, screw you. Like, what was this originally supposed to be? What set was this supposed to be in? How would this not be an uncard? How would this not be an uncard? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And it's like a theme. There's a theme of elbow drops. Because last night I watched Ong Bak, which is a mega fun action movie. Mega fun action! But I feel like that movie must have been made before they made the Elephant Protector movie, because it definitely felt like it felt more amateurish comparatively, but it was fun, so I don't care. Like, I don't really care that it was more amateur than the other one that I watched, because the action was awesome. Petri, yes, it is a card. Jess, you love the Mad Dog fight? Is Mad Dog the guy that I named Chuck? There was a guy who was called Big Bear, and he was the one who had Weird Al hair, right? And he just got taken down super easy. But then you had the guy come in who I called Chuck, who all he did was throw stuff at people. Like, that's all he did, constantly, just throwing everything he could get his hands on. Refrigerators, other people. Like, he was hilarious. He was a maniac, an absolute maniac. My favorite part of that movie was when Buddy gets his legs soaked in gasoline, and they you know something's coming with it, because he ends up in gasoline, and then someone shoots the barrel, and the barrel explodes upwards, and it's like, oh, bro, he's got something flammable on his pant leg. So what I thought he was going to do was some kind of roundhouse kick where his leg went through the fire and caught on fire. I wasn't expecting him to come leaping out of nowhere with both of his legs on fire. What? And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, bro. It was awesome. Just awesome. Break Stop, you got your proxies a day early, and you got one of the boosters with a Chaos Orb and a Shivan Dragon in it. Nice. That's awesome, man. Jess, that's Mad Dog? Yeah, that fight was fun. That fight was fun, bro. The movie was a lot of fun. It was weird how they kept showing things from like 3 different angles. There was a little bit of a jarring choice. But like all the leaping and stuff. Nishimoto, the opening scene with all the guys fighting in the tree is your favorite? I believe it. Because you get to see a guy's butt. His pants get pulled down, and you're like, oh, check out that Thai guy's butt cheeks. I wish I was there in that tree right now so I could have him land on me ass first. Right on. I'll catch you with my face. I won't let you fall. Right? That's you, Nishimoto. You wanted to catch the butt guy. Doomblade says how Godzilla versus Kong should have went. What? But look, man, look. There's only one fucking King Kong, right? There's only one. There's not two. There's two fucking gorillas here. And this thing doesn't look like Godzilla, so that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. Jess, no wonder it's one of your favorite movies. Like, it's awesome. It was so much fun. I'm looking forward to watching the other two because I got all three. Millmaster hooked me up with all three of the Ong Bak movies. The first one was last night. Tonight, we're going to watch the second one, unless Carly's changed her mind and wants to watch something else, but that's the plan. After the stream, there was too many elbow drops on the head and stuff, and I feel like I'm not a street fighter anymore. You know, I gave up my days of roughing it on the street with the fisticuffs, but I don't know, man. If like smashing somebody with your elbow is a good fight move, smashing them on the head is a good fight move because your elbow is like strong and bony, that's fine, but it doesn't translate that well to being really satisfying looking when he's doing it. So like, it just, I don't know. When he leaps up on somebody on their neck and he's got his like knees around their neck going, taste my junk. Instead of doing the double elbow drop, visually, it'd be way more satisfying to watch him go, bam, bam, bam. Like, you know what I mean? Just beating his head like a drum. I get it that it's just probably better to use the elbows, but like cinematically, it would be more gratifying to see something different. The elbows, there was a couple of different moves where they didn't feel like that great overall. It was still fine. But like ultimately, I feel like visually it could have been better if they bam, 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 bam. You know? That's how it went. Mono, why don't I stream in public anymore? There's too many problems with it. There's too many different issues. A car driving by can play a snippet of a song, and all of a sudden you can get copyright struck. I've had problems like that. They also changed the rules about children showing up in things. So if there's any kid in the background, anything like that, there's a number of different reasons that basically all equate to it becomes out of my hands. I can't control what people do around me, ultimately, you know? And it would draw like genuine weirdos and degenerates to me, like flies to honey, son. It was ridiculous. Like that Chuchin guy who just walked onto my stream one day. He just walked onto my stream and inserted himself into it. And he's trying to get me to smoke cigarettes with him and stuff. You Chuchin, bro? You Chuchin? And I'm like, no, I don't. I quit smoking tobacco. And he's like, come on, man, smoke with me. And it's just like, no. And then somebody did a super chat in the live stream, and he went ape shit. He started yelling at the stream. I don't remember exactly what it was, but his email address was something like Eric's Garage 92 or something like that. He's like, send me money at Eric's Garage 92. And it was mildly amusing, but then I realized later that guy was just going around asking people for money, and then he just inserted himself into my stream. But I'd be walking around streaming, and like straight up crackheads would just be riding their bike right at me and just like zooming around me and sticking around, all this crap. Don't need it. Don't need it. Jester, you saw somebody fighting in Florida and somebody smashed somebody in the head with an elbow, they just started bleeding hardcore. I believe it, but it's just visually, you know? Just visually. Yeah, Carly says, you chooching? You chooching, bro? Real danger of someone mooning the stream? Nah, that's not. I wasn't worried about somebody showing their butt cheeks on the stream. That was far from my mind. But yeah, there's too many complications that arise as a result of live streaming in public. And you get held accountable for everything that happens in your stream, regardless of whether you had no influence over it, right? So it's just, nope, not dealing with it. There's not enough benefit to it, and there is too much hassle that comes along with it. So all kinds of nonsense. Some, you want Rick Mercer walking ramp. That guy came to St. Catharines, and I saw him actually like standing on the sidewalk. I walked right by him and didn't bother him. That's whenever I see celebrities in public, I never bother them. I'm just like, that's cool. I see that guy, but I don't come up to them and be like, hey, blah blah blah. And it's just like, I assume you're on break from the show you're given for whatever you're doing, and you probably just want to enjoy your own time. So I'm just gonna go, oh cool, and walk on by. Mailmaster, I have no idea. I didn't hear anything about that. I'm pretty out of the loop on like what people are doing on their streams and stuff. I find the way that people act in public on live streams a lot of the time to be distasteful in terms of they're like a fucking public nuisance. Do you know what I mean? Like they're acting up and being idiots in public and going places they shouldn't and hassling people and including people who wanted nothing to do with it, and I don't like any of that. Like any of it. So that's right. That's right, Rob. Like the New York City Dublin portal thing that got closed because people can't behave. They won't behave themselves. 100%. 100%. So yeah, man, I don't know. I don't pay attention to all the drama that the different live streamers are getting themselves into for real. Doomblade, I'm on board with Japan arresting these streamers. Like, I've missed most of it, but I did hear about that one guy who kept going into like Japanese construction sites and stuff, and like they have different societal rules there, and live streaming, like getting up in people's business, it's a very American, North American, probably Canadians are just as bad for this kind of shit, but it's a very North American kind of attitude of, oh, I can just go and act however I want, wherever I want. No, other people matter, dickhead. Nah, you're just like backdrop for my stream. Like those dickheads who would run into a 7-Eleven and record themselves jumping on a display and breaking it. And it's just like, what are you doing? No, you don't understand. I'm doing it for a bunch of people on the internet. So I can just do whatever I want. I'm the main character and everything's about me. So I can cause damage. I can go in and eat food off the shelves. I can do whatever I want because I'm doing it for the memes, bro. I'm doing it for the memes. Hey, I'm a prank channel. And then I'm just going to go and I'm going to show up with a machete. Going up. It's the prank of making people think they're going to die in the park. The I'm going to kill you prank. And then they show up with a machete and somebody fucking puts 2 slugs in them. And you're like, yeah, that's what it was just a prank, bro. Yeah, I just pranked your lungs with some bullets. That's prank blood filling them up, son. It's like the ultimate definition of play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So Japan going, yeah, we're going to throw your ass in jail for going on private property, being asked to leave, and then acting up. It's like, these guys are too polite to do anything, so I'm just going to be even more of a jackass to try and get clout or whatever. It's just obnoxious, man. It's totally obnoxious. Yeah, not exactly. Smashing milk bottles, licking ice cream. I went into the one convenience store, and there was a sign that said, if you're filming TikToks, we're calling the police. Because people were just buying slushies and they would go into the parking lot and just throw it on people's cars. Or they'll just go film themselves filling a drink and then watching it overflow, where it's just like, what are you, fucking 4 years old? Ha, look, I'm making a mess that other people will have to clean up. You guys should give me super chats and stuff because I'm entertaining. And it's like, bro, you're a fucking piece of shit. I never took my live streams and used them to make people's lives worse. I don't make content based off of hassling and annoying people. And I find it to be incredibly fucking obnoxious, personally. Right? So I don't really pay attention to that shit because half the time it'll angry up my blood. I'll just be like, look at this fucking idiot. Like, for real. You're fortunate enough that people want to watch you and enjoy your stuff, and then you're going to do this? Those kind of guys have dickhead audiences in the first place who just want to see you, like... It's crazy because those audiences are like, they'll watch you go and do this shit. They'll also happily watch you get the noose around your neck. Like, they don't actually give a shit about the people. They're just like, haha, look at him being an annoying dickhead there. And then when bad shit happens to you, they'll just laugh at you too. Because they're vicious fucks. They're not good people. I'm glad that my audience isn't made up of garbage people. I know I talk a lot of shit, but it's in roasty fun way, right? So yeah, man. What? Millmaster, some guy was recording himself a video and accidentally ended himself with it? Makes me think of that one dude who was making a video with his woman, and like they tested with like this big thick phone book to make sure that like bullets wouldn't go through it or whatever. And then when they actually did the stunt, she was way closer. So the bullet went through and ended him. So he lost his life. She's traumatized for life and got criminal charges to make a, like, bro, I won't bang my pinky toe for you guys. For real. I won't even slightly injure myself for you guys, let alone anything on that level. And it's sad. It's sad that people that young have their lives snuffed out or ruined over dumb bullshit, man. Like, I am so glad that I grew up like pre-everything goes on the internet era, where everything you've done just goes on there and everybody shares everything. And it's just, everybody thinks you're supposed to have a brand and a presence and all this stuff. And it's all empty attention mongering with no real purpose. It's insane. Bowwagon says, you were playing Diablo earlier while waiting to fight the world boss. There were two idiots spamming the look emote for like 10 minutes straight. I hate it, man. Like, I remember playing, what was it? Guild Wars 2. And it's like, you have to go on an epic quest. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, this world seems cool. But the problem is, you go to leave the first village or whatever, and there's like 20 idiots stripped down, just dancing by the gate all day, every day. No matter when I logged in, whatever. It's like they had different shifts or something. There would always be goofbags stripped down to their underwear, just dancing at the gates. And I'm like, this ruins the immersion. Like, this is supposed to be an epic fantasy world, bro, where we're on quests to defeat evil or whatever. And you got 40 town idiots. I got no pants on. I got no pants on. I'm like, is there an idiot free server that I can play on or something, man? Doomblades is having a live stream out in the open is like owning a kid who lights shit on fire for fun. Yeah, Magaro, don't worry, buddy. I will keep myself safe. Don't worry about that. People are ending themselves by jumping off of boats going full speed, trying to make, like, it's crazy that everybody just wants to record everything now and nobody experiences the moment anymore. Like, everybody's just like recording it and not experiencing it. And when you record it and you don't pay attention to it. You don't pay attention to the moment that you're existing in. The same way that you don't need to know phone numbers anymore. I used to know everybody's phone number, everybody else's phone number. Now I just know mine. That's it. I just know my own phone number. The phone remembers it all. So your brain is happy to hand off the work to devices without you actually cognitively deciding to do that. And the same thing is, you're literally giving up experiences and memories to record things for other people that maybe they'll go, oh, cool. And that's it. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Like everybody, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, look at me. I'm on the internet live streaming every day. So whatever. Like, what am I supposed to say? Well, these people shouldn't be doing any whatever. People can do what they want. They want to share things with other people. I understand that instinct, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, I'm in a fairly unique position in that I have a fucking genuine audience, right? So it's easy for me to look at other people and go, you should be paying attention to your experiences and stop trying to record everything for everybody. But then I share a ton of my experiences with you guys. So it's not exactly hypocritical, but you know what I mean? Ashmead, you found a sandwich spread that has real bacon bits in it? Right on. That's all right, man. Better than the fake bacon bits that are made out of soy. Those like weird red whatever. Mailmaster, what does the part of your brain do now? The phone number remember part? Nothing. I don't think any part of your brain does anything, honestly. I've read the things that you say. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like the internet and everything is making people way more disconnected from reality, where they're obsessed with moments to share with people online, and um, they're not experiencing life, on top of the fact that whatever little social media bubble they're in, they think that's the wider world when it's not. Like all the like the people who get into these like online battles where it's like, oh, we're against this and whatever, and it's us against them, and it's like, this is such a tiny little part of the world. And if you go out and talk to people, nobody's talking about this. But you think so many people care about it because you just go to a Reddit where that's what they talk about and you're obsessed with it. So what up, Pierce? How you doing, buddy? So I don't know. I'm trying to be more present. And I remember at one point when I was doing all this that I wanted to like record as much different stuff as I could to upload for different videos and all this kind of stuff. But I realized that it's too much. It's too much. And trying to make all these blogs and vlogs and all this craziness, it's not for me, right? It's not for me. The live stream way of doing things, where it's a live interaction, this is my favorite way of doing things. Videos are good and everything, but live streams are the best. It's the best way to have proper interaction rather than just something for you guys to watch, you know? But everyone's got their own preferences. Yeah, whatever. The internet's a double-edged sword, right? The technology is amazing. You have access to a ton of information. You can broadcast yourself, have a good time, find like-minded individuals that you can have a good time with. But just all these people who are obsessed with manufacturing moments. That's what I really don't like, is the manufactured fakeness of it. I don't like 14-second videos that are literally nothing. All of that. All of that. Tommy, you have zero social media minus YouTube. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's a great way to do things, honestly. I find social media mostly to be awful. Like Twitter is the worst. Twitter is the absolute worst. Unless you super curate your experience on Twitter, and I mean super curate your experience, it is just toxic garbage of people fighting and like outrage farming and stuff, where I'm just going to give you this little bit and not tell you the whole story because I want you to be angry so you'll come and click on my stuff and interact, but I'm literally misleading you, like 100% misleading you. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't like it. I do not like it. So yeah, I mean, YouTube is just, to me, YouTube is another variation of television, right? You can just watch whatever shows you want, or you can go to live streams, which are like a live show or whatever. But YouTube, yeah, in the comment section, people can be knob jockey idiots. But overall, you can just ignore the comment section. You can just watch what you want and not read the comments. Like, when I watch videos, I don't really go and read the comments on those videos. I don't fucking care. I watched the video because I wanted to watch it. I don't give a shit what anybody else is saying. You know what I mean? That's almost always the case. Every once in a while, maybe I'll go look at the comments. But overall, don't care. Don't care. Petri, been waiting with bated breath. Yeah, I bet bated breath when you're talking about an OnlyFans channel. You're gonna be waiting a long time. I'd say hold your breath, but then you'll end up dying. Ashme, when am I gonna drop a greatest hits disc of all my songs? Like Don't Be a Dink? 10 years from now. So yeah. Just like, I feel like you really have to be aware of how you're using the internet, and almost nobody is, and we're incentivized to fight with each other over nothing. Like, over nothing. You see those memes where it's like, honey, come to bed. I can't. Someone's wrong on the internet. I remember when I would feel the need to argue about shit with people. I don't do it anymore at all, ever. Like, it's insane. Fucking, I'd have morons saying stuff like, oh, no, there was no romantic aspect of the relationship between Ashnod and Tanos. And I'm like, oh, there absolutely was. And they're just like, no, I read the novel back to front 20 years ago and there wasn't. And it's like, you know, I could go on right now about how I've literally done a detailed lore series on it, and I've read the books more times than you've probably read any books in your life and all that. But who cares? Yeah, fine, be wrong. Fuck it. I just let them. I don't even care anymore. I'm like, if you want to be an idiot and be wrong, whatever, man. I don't even care. No, there wasn't. Okay. All right. That's what people fucking do in my comments. They'll come and go, you're wrong about this. And I'll be like, no, I just read it off of Wizard's website. This is absolutely how it is. No, I know. Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Whatever, moron. Whatever. Like, as soon as I clue in that you're somebody who I have my opinion, I only care about my opinion, and I'm not going to be swayed from it, cool. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with you. I'm not going to waste my time yelling at you. I'm not going to waste my time talking to you, other than to vaguely agree with what you're saying. Yeah, sure, whatever, bro. That's it. That's the point I've reached. And it's so much better because I don't get fucking angry about it. I just go, well, cool, man, be wrong, whatevs. Like, it's not affecting my life. I can't believe I used to waste my fucking time on it at all. John Pierre, it's kind of amazing that like YouTube started off like a fever dream and turned into like what it is now. I love it. I love being able to make videos and do live streams. It's very gratifying for me, right? So this is like my favorite thing to do. Somebody called me a maniac. They're like, you stream every day? I'm like, yeah. Like, you're a maniac. I'm like, it's my addiction, bro. I like entertaining people. I like hanging out. I like chatting, all that, right? I don't feel the need to make a video every day. I work on them sometimes not. Because before, there was a point where I was making too many videos a day, and I needed to find balance. But, you know, I'm currently working on the Thran lore video. And it's coming along well. I've got like 3.5 pages of notes for the next installment of the story. And I'm aiming to have it done for the end of the month. Hometown, the number of people in comment section saying videos are wrong is wild to you. People, not only that you're wrong, but being like super ignorant and fucking rude to you, right? Part of it, and what I came to realize, is that there is a larger number of genuinely autistic people in the Magic community. Like, I have an autistic cousin, and I know what they're like. So part of it comes down to that, where it's just, it's partially that, and then it's partially the whole, yo, I'm just like a dude in my car road raging out, and I can act however I want. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care about people telling me I'm wrong. I only care when people are being rude dickheads. You can tell me I'm wrong, because guess what? Sometimes I am wrong. Sometimes I'm totally incorrect. That happens. The people who act like it's a big deal, though, can suck my fucking dick. Because it's like, yo, this is a fucking card game. So guess what? No matter how wrong I am, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even slightly matter. So you getting this riled up, it ain't okay. You can go fuck yourself, idiot. But I don't tell them that. I don't tell them that shit. I just go, whatever. And the people who are dicks, I just fucking ban them, man. I don't ever need to see anything from you. At all. At all. That's the deal. If you're rude to me, or I see you being rude to other people on my channel, or sometimes if you're rude enough on another channel, I'll be like, wow, I don't like you anymore, man. Like, for real. There was that one guy who was being a massive prick to AetherHub for no reason. Like, for no reason at all. And he was a guy who came to my live stream. So I told him, yo, I saw the way you acted over on AetherHub's channel. It ain't okay to do that, bro. There's no need to be rude like that. Why did you fucking treat him like that kind of thing? And then instead of the guy going, yeah, you know what, you're right, it was uncalled for, he was all like, no, it's good that I did that because look, it gave us something to talk about on this channel. And I went, oh, you're a piece of garbage. You can't reflect on your actions. So I guess you're fucking banned forever, huh? And I just banned him right there. And he lost it. He started running around on all my different channels going, you have to unban me or you're a hypocrite because you don't like censorship and all this shit. And I'm like, you are out of your mind. It's crazy to me that you think that you can demand that I'll unban you. There was no, oh, hey, you know what? I thought about what you said. And you're right. I was being a dick there. And that's not okay. And can I come back? No. It's my behavior's totally fine that way. And you can't kick me out. Yeah, I can. I don't have to put up with your shit, bro. And I won't. I can't believe that when I started, I used to lose sleep over banning people because I gave everyone so much consideration. I'm like, every single one of these people is somebody who has a life that's just like mine, right? Like a full-on existence where they have all kinds of different troubles they have to deal with, challenges, and whatever. And I didn't want to exclude anybody. So I genuinely lost sleep over banning people. Now, I might be a little too quick to ban, but I don't worry about it. There's no shoot first, ask questions later. It's shoot first, never ask questions. I don't fucking care. If you got yourself banned, you did it. You did it. You're the one who said this shit to me. So whatevs, man. I can't misinterpret you as being a dick if you're not being a dick. That's not really possible, right? So if it seems like you're being a jerk, I'll just take it at face value and go, cool, man, you let me know what kind of a person you are. I'll just shunt you off to the side. Don't need it. Don't need it. Steve, half the people do it for a reaction. Some people definitely want to get a reaction. Some people, I genuinely think, are just having a hard time, and they just use it like a bathroom stall walled event. But I don't need to see it. I don't need that shit. So those people, you can ban them, and they'll still happily come and do it. I know that because I did an amnesty once where I was like, I'm going to unban everybody from my channel because before, like, I probably banned some people who didn't deserve it or whatever. So I unbanned everybody. And then I went to my comment section and I was like, this is somebody I banned 2 years ago. And they've just left shitty comments on my newest videos. Like, this is insane. They've been coming back for years talking shit to me. So I slammed a bunch of people right back in the ban zone and went, ha, fuck it. I'm not unbanning people anymore, right? Like, screw it. At the end of the day, anybody can just make a new YouTube account. It costs nothing, takes like 14 seconds. So if they want to be a part of the conversation, they can. I had people like messaging me, hey, sorry that I said the awful racist stuff I did in your thing. I didn't realize where I was. And it's like, you think that I'm going to unban you now? Yeah, right, bro. No. You came in and spammed insanely hateful shit that wasn't about me at all. I have no idea what possesses people to go into chats and just start to say insane, hateful shit. But it was just like, no, you're not going to get unbanned for that. And no, if your wife comes and tells me, oh, blah, it's like, no, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Murph, you like internet crap to distract you? Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. I'm glad that it's helping to distract you from your medical stuff that you got going on, dude. Jess, you get a rack of the most expensive ribs for your birthday at Earl's? I've never heard of Earl's, but I definitely like ribs. Ashmead, yeah, that's how people are like, you're suppressing my free speech, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, there's multiple levels to that. First of all, free speech is mostly an American concept, and it applies to the government not shutting you down, which honestly, I like. We don't have that in Canada. We don't actually have free speech here. But you don't have the right to go wherever you want and act like a dickhead to people. And that's what people think. It's like, I'm going to be able to say whatever I want. It's like, no, this is my house. This is my house. You can go to your own channel and you can say whatever you want. And I won't come there and tell you not to say it, and I won't suppress you. But it's yeah, I've had people literally leave these big comments explaining to me how I had to do what they said and I couldn't ban them because it would make me a hypocrite. And I'm just like, your face is ugly and nobody likes it in the thumbnails. I speak for everybody. And because you're it's basically trying to use a logical argument telling me that I can't delete their comment and I can't ban them. And I'm like, well, this guy's in for a shock because I deleted his comment, I banned him, and then I put 2 of my faces in the next thumbnail. And someone else, I remember him bitching about, somebody asked me for like if I would take cryptocurrency. So I set up a crypto address and then I mentioned it. And he's like, this guy goes, I hate grifters asking for blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you think that's bad? And I made a video called Fuck You Pay Me, right? Where literally it was a minute and a half where I just kept saying, fuck you, pay me, bitch. Like, that's basically what the whole video was. And people loved it. So, like, fuck the little complaining dickbags on the sidelines who think that they're fucking important and that I need to listen to their bullshit. I'm not interested in your fucking negative nonsense. Shut the fuck up about the parts you don't like. You can say it if you're not going to be rude, but honestly, it's not going to get you anywhere. If it makes you feel better, great, but I'm never going to take your negative comments on board and change what I'm fucking doing. Doomblade Super Chat says, those people are ill. It's not worth interacting with them because they're in a state of psychosis that can't be broken until they're medicated. There are some people like that, actually. I've tried to talk to them and be like, bro, like, why are you going off like this? For real. Because I used to ask people stuff like this. And he'd be like, sorry, I have like this medical condition. And I'm sorry that I acted that way. And I'm like, it's all right. We're cool. And then 2 days later, he's right back to doing it. And I'm like, you're fucking banned, bro. You're banned. I'm not dealing with it. Andrew H. Fist bump. Fist bump. You and Bo Falcon are the only 2 members. You have the distinction of being the only 2 members on the live stream archive. So double thumbs up to you guys. Doomblade, you can't super chat mentally ill. You can't super chat anything that could be conceived as an insult because YouTube is smart and it's you have to understand, people are sensitive and stuff really gets to them. Like I was in an Arby's talking to my dad about YouTube and like the dickbag comments and shit. And this lady from across the restaurant came over to me and was like, I'm an author and I do this stuff. And I'm just wondering, like, how do you deal with all the hate online? And I was like, I pointed at a guy across the restaurant. I'm like, see that guy? I don't know him. So if he doesn't like me, who gives a fuck? Fuck him, right? And like, but I'm different. I get that. Like, I don't have the get sad when people fucking talk shit. I have the, you want some, you little fucking bitch? You don't even understand. I'm an atomic megaton hammer that will verbally fucking destroy you. You don't even stand a chance in this. You have no idea. You are a man made of paper, and I am made of granite, right? Like, you will fucking lose. It's not paper covers rock in this case. It's rock rips paper to nothing. That's the biggest problem, is that I will obliterate you from space like a fucking orbital laser. But that's not a good use of my time and energy, right? So my gut reaction is, fuck you, bitch, right? So I don't end up getting sad. I don't end up getting dragged down by it. I just go, whatever. Either I get mad or I laugh and go, whatever, you little bitch, right? Oh, too bad you don't like me. You don't fucking have to. Steve, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but there are consequences for it. It's crazy. People would come to my channel and mouth off. And I'd click on their channel and watch their shitty little video that had 1 view and go, yo, you got a fucking crap voice and you make shit videos. So maybe you shouldn't be talking shit on other people's channels, huh? And they'd be like, why did you come here and say this? It's like, you came to my living room and shit on my floor. So I followed you the fuck home and walked right into your living room. What? I thought we could just say whatever we wanted. What's the matter, you little fucking bitch? Huh? Like, that's the level. They'd be like, you're crazy. I would sit there and fucking get into like arguments with them, just fucking wailing on them. I'm going to go and look at all your liked videos and use that to figure out who you are and tailor my insults to you to actively try and hurt you, you fucking bitch. That's not a good use of my time. Sebby, I don't let the negative comments get to me. I am doing great. You're correct. You are correct. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. Steve, yeah, I think the same thing. I have no idea why people waste their time hate watching people they don't like. But if they want to fucking up the engagement on my videos, go ahead, man. Go ahead. They can go and join one of the threads where people are talking shit about me. There's been... People have made like at least 200 different complaints about me, bare minimum. I've read through threads where people are listing all these different things they hate about me and what I do. And I just look at it and honestly, just feeds my fucking ego most of the time. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I got fucking tens of thousands of fans and like hundreds to thousands of haters. I'm like, all these motherfuckers know who I am, right? Like, for real. One of the funniest ones was recent. I think it was Firevine who shared it in the Discord, where it was like, somebody's pissed off about my intros. He clipped together a bunch of my intros where I go, it's a crazy day in the world of magic. It's an insane day in the world of magic. It's a leaky day in the world of magic. That was it. That was the whole complaint. Just a string of my intros. And it was just like, all right. Like, sure, you can be mad about whatever you want. Looking for something to be unhappy about. I'm so sick of this guy saying it's a blank day in the world of magic. Are you okay, bro? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it turns into. You okay, dude? Because it's a pretty mild thing to be upset about. But people get pissy about everything. Like, somebody kept coming to my fucking videos and trying to get other people, I really like his videos, but does anybody else feel like his intro is ableist and making fun of old people with the my bones hurt and stuff? And it's like, you're the biggest pussy on earth. How do you talk? I assume you must be full of dick all the time, you gross little pussy. Like, how weak are you? How weak are you? My bones hurt. Oh my God, I can't enjoy this. Well, get a rope and a chair then, you weak bitch, because you don't have what it takes to fucking survive. And you're desperate for other people to agree with you? It's insane. It's insane. Ashmead, my really old videos are hard to watch because I was so obviously unhappy and unwell. You're right. I was mentally unwell. I was unstable and unhinged back then. Life was fucking insanely difficult. Insanely difficult. I didn't realize that it wasn't normal to have thoughts about, yo, let's get off the planet, like, all the time. Now, if that happened to me again, I'd be like, yo, I need counseling because I have really, what they call it, intrusive thoughts or whatever, right? That's what they call it. But, like, that was just the normal litany in my head, man. That was what I was living. Life was nightmarishly hard. Like, nightmarishly hard. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you could see how unhappy I was. Because it was not easy, right? Things are better now. I'm in a mentally better place. That book, Mind Over Mood, has been a real game changer for me. It really helps you understand things like anxiety and depression and arms you with the tools that you need to overcome them. And it definitely works. It definitely works. My mind state is so much better now. Part of that just has to do with better circumstances where it's like, well, I can afford to buy food for me and Carly and I'm not like rail thin looking like I'm dying, right? Millmaster, I live rent-free in the heads of thousands of wizard simps. Whatever, man. It's all good. Everybody's everybody's different, and I don't fault anybody for clicking on one of my videos and being like instantly, I don't like this guy. Because guess what? I have that reaction to people's content. I'll click on something, and within like 30 seconds, I'm like, oh no, I ain't watching this. You seem like a massive fucking plug. But I don't bother that person with it. I don't leave comments going, you suck. I don't fucking go and make Reddit threads about it. Any of it. I just go, wow, this guy fucking sucks. I'm leaving, and that's the end of it. And I never watch their stuff again. And that's it. Everybody's different, and it's going to have different tastes. And if you're being genuine, it's not going to resonate with everybody, right? Ashmead, Mind Over Mood. Yes, it is a really good textbook. Where is it? Let me get it so I can show you. It's based on like actual science, right? Like it's not a bunch of hokey bullshit. It is genuinely useful. I'm very, very pleased with how much this helped me understand things. So, like, understanding and overcoming, the important thing is to actually do the exercises that it says in the book. Don't just read the book and not do the exercises. Do the actual exercises for real. You're doing it for yourself, and it might not feel like it's doing anything at first, but I don't know how long ago it was that I realized, I'm like, wow, the way that I talk to myself internally has changed considerably. Like, that's another thing. People trying to be harsh to me online and stuff, it's like, what you're saying is nothing compared to what I say to myself. So have fun with that. Like, what you're saying, you're not nearly as vicious as my own brain is. Because it's like you're fighting Shadow Link. It knows all your weaknesses. It knows all your moves. It knows how to manipulate you into addiction and depression and sadness and keep you stuck in particular patterns, right? So, genuinely, that book is awesome. Sebi, you are correct. That's exactly the case. I don't criticize Wizards because I fucking want to spread hate. I want people to be aware of what's going on with the game, and I hope for improvement. That is correct. That's it. Steve, you discovered me a Moxman in the past year? Hell yeah, Moxman's a good time. Me and him have hung out multiple times in person. We've done some live streams together and everything. Millmaster, yep, you're right. Some people's minds can't take the contradiction of enjoying Magic, but having aspects of it that you don't like and things that Wizards is doing wrong. Like, I remember this guy had to have been like late teens at most, early 20s at most, because this kind of mentality is insane to me. But basically demanding, you have to delete this video because I can't have things that are bad about the game that I like or whatever. And I just read it and was like, bro, this is fucking pathetic. Like, for real, for real. I almost wish I was talking to you in person so I could explain to you, this isn't how the world works, you little fucking bitch. So grow the fuck up. If somebody else doesn't like what you like or whatever, or has an issue with it, that you don't have the right, that needs to be removed. No, you need to learn how to deal with the fucking world, right? But yeah, the internet has made more and more people act like that. This thing showed up on my screen and I don't like it. And take some fucking responsibility for yourself. You are responsible for what you watch. You're responsible for what you engage with. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So I don't let any of it faze me because it's not worth it. It's not worth my time, man. It's not worth my time. I don't even get that angry most of the time now when people leave. Mostly I'm just like either just surprised, I'm just like, or just indifferent. And I just go, whatever, click, click, gone. Fuck it, man. I don't even need it. I don't even need it. Because, yeah, it's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Every minute your life is ticking by and you're gonna waste your time on this shit? Like, for real? No. Nah. It ain't worth it. It's like half the time I don't even bother reading most of what they say. I just start to read it. Congratulations, all you do is shit on wizards for your living and you hate magic, but yet you're still here. And it's like, yeah, you fundamentally don't understand me. And I don't care. I'm not going to spend a second to explain it to you. I'm not going to read the rest of your fucking diatribe. I'm just going to silence you. You can come back and tell me this every day if you want. I won't see it, but you'll think you're telling me, and it'll make you feel better. And maybe that'll help you, because who knows? Maybe your wife's cheating on you. Maybe your kid's in the fucking hospital. And that's what puts you over the breaking point. Like, that's just, you're just like, the world isn't fair and it's not okay. This guy hates magic and I'm just trying to enjoy magic because all these things are going wrong with my life. And it's like, so I just go, well, the easiest thing is, here you go. You can yell into the void and hopefully your life gets better, bro. Because honestly, whatevs. Whatevs. What do I think would be core improvements for Magic so it goes on better direction? Improve card quality, spend time actually designing sets, stop just using slush art in every set, don't do nonsense theme sets like Thunder Junction where you go, we don't have to have a story that makes sense. We don't have to have a reason for anything we do. Like, don't make stupid, like, Goblin Fuckboy secret layers. Don't make dumb nonsense like this in a main fucking set. What is this? I'm supposed to be a planeswalker who casts insane lightning and fire bolts and shit like that to blast other planeswalkers. I use my magic to get two of my guys to grab your guy and elbow drop him. Where's even the magic in this? What is this? Isn't magic. This is WWF LARPing Planet of the Apes. What is this? Right? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Yeah, actually, I found myself yesterday getting a little more down about the state of Magic, so I had to do a perspective shift on myself, where it's like, all right, man, you're letting this bum you out too much at this moment, and at the end of the day, this is a game you can enjoy with your friends playing the cube and whatever. No matter what, Wizards can't take your fucking friends away and the good times you've had with them and the good times you will have with them, even if they turn this game into something unrecognizable that you no longer have any love for. Now, I'm not at that point, but if it gets there, it'll be okay. It'll be okay, because I can still do whatever I want. I can play other games, can still live stream, can still do whatever. And I know for a fact people will come and hang out with me and do whatever, because first of all, I have other channels where I don't automatically even talk about Magic. And when I stopped making Magic content for like that month and a half, I still had people coming by. Actually, my biggest video for the longest time was a Keyforge video, and I don't think that I ever surpassed that. So for all I know, I would actually have bigger channels and be more successful if I wasn't involved with Magic. But I really, really like Magic. What are you going to do? Marco asks $1. Super Chat says, it's been a while. One old wizard to another. Keep on keeping on. Hell yeah, buddy. You lord of the board, son. Thanks for the Super Chat. MTG is a cruel mistress. The game itself is a lot of fun. Just the company is making choices that are short-sighted, and I'm not a big fan of. That's all. That's all. But hey, whatever, man. I had fun playing it on Monday. My buddy came by. We busted out my cube. I had a good time, right? I'm going to go down to the game store tomorrow. I'm heading down there tomorrow. But playing Grand Archive, guess what? I had fun playing that with my buddy too. So magic isn't a necessity. So it's not a necessity to get upset. It's not like they're shutting off the water in my home and we're gonna dehydrate and die. So yeah, I'm just focusing more on what makes me happy. The old school lore, the Thran novel is interesting to be reading. I've also been reading a Warhammer book too. So I'm just trying to spend more of my time enjoying what I enjoy, not focusing too much on negative bullshit that doesn't matter. If it's entertaining, sure, have a laugh, but nothing that I'm not getting worked up for real over shit that don't matter. I've definitely had too much caffeine and sugar today, though. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. I have been indulging. I'm probably gonna end up staying up pretty late tonight because I feel pretty awake right now. We'll see how it goes. That's right. That's right, Marco. My cards are my cards, and I'm gonna enjoy them. I got my cube right over here, actually. So Ash Media, I don't know. Like, the thing about doing lore for something like Warhammer is I don't know very much about it. And there are people who do know a ton about it who are already doing a banger job. And I'm not really interested in making... Like, I made a joke Warhammer lore video on the Hatcher channel, which is hilarious, making fun of the Emperor of Mankind. But overall, eh. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next, right? If I stop doing magic, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't have anything in particular. So, I don't know. At some point, I do know I'm going to start to make more random things on my Hatcher channel. That's absolutely going to happen. I don't know when. I don't know exactly what it'll be, but I do know I'm going to have a good time. What up? Nothing. Jess, you're just glad you get some of my time. I'm more entertaining than any of your friends. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy it here, buddy. Live streaming is my favorite part of all of this, hands down. Hands down. Carly has said, I was like, I don't know what I said to her, I'm like, I don't know what I'd do if you died. And she's like, you just spend all your time streaming. And I'm like, yeah, probably. I'd probably do way more streams, like way more. Yeah, Andrew, you're right. You're right. It's not our fault that Wizards is chasing the dragon and is just burning everything for some quick cash. 100%. Yeah, Sebi, exactly. If you truly hate something, I wouldn't even buy. If I truly hated Magic, I wouldn't be here. I'd just be done with it. It's like watching something that you love get hammer fucked by dickheads is hard to watch. And not saying anything isn't really my style, right? When it's something I care about. If it's something I don't care about, whatever, have fun with that. I don't care, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do. But let's face facts. I am I'm definitely too emotionally invested in Magic the Gathering. Like, I tell people not to get too invested in things to the point where you get too upset about what's going on with it. And I have to remind myself of that because, like, the idea of Magic collapsing genuinely troubles me. I do not like it. I do not like that. But I just remind myself that it's like, bro, most of what you love about, like, you love the gameplay Magic, but all the friendships you've made, all the fun you had playing in events, all the connections, all that kind of stuff is still available to you through so many different routes. So none of that goes away. If Magic goes away, none of that other stuff goes away. And you still have a bunch of Magic. So even if Wizards collapsed, you'd still be able to play. So, whatever, right? Ashmead, Magic's my profession, so it's a little different. No, I'm an entertainer that happens to talk about Magic. That's the difference. I don't have to do Magic. Remember what I said. Keyforge did better for me than Magic did. My Keyforge, like, when I did a Keyforge video that got 75,000 views, when at that point the biggest video I'd ever made maybe got 15, 20,000. It dwarfed every other video I made for years and years. For real, for real. And I think maybe one of my videos that I've made on Magic has come close to tying it, but never actually tied it. I think one of my Magic videos got up to like 75k views or whatever. And I can entertain people talking about whatever. I don't need Magic. I choose Magic. So it doesn't matter. If Magic falls apart and goes away, that's not the end of me, right? If that was the case, then I'd have nobody watching the Hatcher channel. There'd be none of that, right? Nobody would bother going and watching the fucking live stream archive either, because it's not all Magic and it's meandering whatever. So I know I'm not stuck in that box, which makes me happy, because if I knew that, oh, if this ends, that's the end of everything, that would make what's going on with Magic much harder, because I'd be like, if this game collapses, what I have collapses. But for real, everybody who's in here, ask yourself, would you fucking come and hang out? Would you still want to fucking be down if I wasn't talking about Magic? Not everybody will. There will be some people who are like, no, I just care about Magic, and since I enjoy you, but if you're not doing Magic, I'm out. But I know for a fact there's a bunch of people who aren't like that, because I did it before. I fucking quit. I quit making Magic content for a month and a half. And I just came back because I realized I was just angry at the company, but still loved the game. And I was forcing myself to quit Magic when I didn't want to. I actively still wanted to build my cube, but every time I was working on it, I was like, you stop that. We're selling all our cards. We're done with this game. But ultimately, after unpacking all my thoughts and feelings, I realized that, still love the game, still want to play the game, hate what the company is doing and what they've become. And you can have those separately. I don't have to fucking take a stand against Magic by not playing it, because the reality is, if I don't play with what I have, that doesn't affect Wizards at all. And I also don't have to be like, I'm not making videos for them because I'm angry at them, and any talking about Magic at all is in some ways advertising that benefits them. So what? What matters is what I get out of it. That's what matters, right? Exactly, nothing. We don't talk about Magic half the time anyways. 100%. Rob, it's impossible to predict how long Magic has, right? What's the exact rate of new player inflow to outflow? I have no fucking concept. I have no concept of when the actual wheels just fall off. People have different definitions of like Magic, like dying. For some people, it means the game not being produced at all and nobody playing it. I mean, even if they stopped making Magic cards, there'd still be people playing it for decades. I still would, right? So for me, the death of Magic is the company shrinking down to the point where nobody gives a fuck. And yeah, there are still people playing, but it's a game the size of like fucking Weeb Schwarz or something smaller than that, where it's like me and a handful of other people who are still there. Just, we've been going down with the ship for years now, right? Wizards can get caught doing all, like, it could come out that the high level corporate people at Wizards of the Coast have been skinning babies, and people would still play Magic. A lot of people wouldn't even find out about that. You know how many people don't pay attention to Magic news? Like, we don't get it because we're fucking hyper into Magic. But just think about other games and how little you give a shit. For real. Like, if you heard about something happening with some card game you don't even play, would you care? It's like when I talk to people, I've been checking out Warhammer lore, I love it. And then they're just like, I don't like Games Workshop because and it just turns into white noise. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the fact that you don't like Games Workshop, and I don't care about anything that they've been doing at all. There's literally nothing you can tell me that's going to stop me from enjoying myself, and I don't give a shit about any of this, because guess what? I'm not very connected to it. So whatever you got going on, have fun with that, you obsessed goon. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes across like. And so I just recognize that's me with Magic to other people. They don't give a fuck. The majority of people playing Magic, it's just a board game on the shelf like anything else, right? The majority of them don't give a shit. And that is a totally healthy and fine perspective. It's normal. Who cares? Who cares? Do you sit there and look into the morality of every single thing that you fucking purchase? Oh, I gotta make sure the supply chain for this is all good and there aren't kids mining up fucking stuff for my phones in the fucking, in African mines and shit. Right? Like, it's a matter of perspective. And people really care about the things they care about, but other people don't give a fuck. And that's how it is. So, same deal with Magic. Same deal with Magic. Hometown, you think TCGs will die before Magic? I mean, the card games fucking birth and die all the time. Most of them never even get to the level of a Weeb Schwarz where they can hang on for a bit. So, I mean, I don't know. Magic is making a lot of greedy ass moves that are fucking terrible, cranking the prices, doing a lot of bullshit, but they've also got a fucking awesome game. They've got like an amazing game, but that doesn't mean other people can't also make awesome games. Grand Archive is a lot of fun. They stole a bunch of fucking mechanics from Magic straight up, but they've made a bunch of improvements to it too. So it has an engaging level of complexity, big, bright, fun artwork. Like, I like it. I like it a fair bit. But it's also a small game that I have no idea if it's ever going to turn into anything, right? So Zircon, you've been through work training that say to just do that with supply chain stuff, but nobody does. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? Oh, Esquindolas, you're going down with the ship. That's how I feel. I mean, we haven't reached the point where they've driven me away from the game, so I don't know what it would take, honestly. Yeah, it's hard in the card game world when you're not already established. Oh, you're saying people will stop playing trading card games and companies will stop producing them in a meaningful way before people aren't playing. Yeah, you know what? That doesn't sound unreasonable to me. Like, card games are a quaint, ridiculous concept. It's so fiddly. And when you compare it to digital, like, bro, Arena. I look at Magic now, and I just like I was thinking about it today actually when I was playing in the Omniscience draft, and oh my god, was I just backhand and person after person in the Omniscience draft with gross nonsense because I drafted an amazing deck. It's so fucking dirty and dumb to drop a Calamity on the first fucking turn and then drop the fucking dude who says, "Oh, do you have a creature as 4 or greater power? Draw a card that you can play for free." Oh, I'll tap him to saddle Calamity. Calamity attacks, make 2 copies of the guy who draw me cards. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. I just went like and beat down on everybody. But while I was playing Arena, I thought about it and I'm like, yo, card games are fiddly as hell. Dealing with the collection, paying for all this. Like, if you brought me Magic at face value now, I'd be like, this is a fun game, but no, I wouldn't spend a fucking penny on getting into it. If I didn't already have honk loads of cards and 30 years of experience with the game, I'd be like, no, I'll just play the video game version where all the cards are just free. And it's totally different. Like, you don't give a shit about people on Arena because they're not people. It's like, I don't care about your fun. I don't care about you at all. If I'm not getting it, then I'm just leaving. Like, that's it. And that's what everybody does. They're just like, oh, I'm leaving. They concede on the drop of a hat, man. Nobody gets to play to completion at all anymore, it seems like. Like, every game is just, whatever. Like, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, it's like, going forwards, it's just more and more of a digital world. Why would you fuck around with all this cardboard nonsense, right? What up, everyday? How you doing? The kids are used to tablets and phones and stuff. Like, get thousands of cards that are printed so poorly that you have to pay a bunch of money for, and it's kind of like, no thanks. There's a reason that Wizards' average customer is like 30 years or older. Because fucking TikTok Johnny don't want a bunch of cards, right? He's not interested in that. And when you go and play arena and stuff, and then come to the paper world and go, sorry, you want to finger my asshole for hundreds of dollars for one playset? But I can just get them with wild cards online. It's like, no thanks, you know? And it's like, but come on, we got your Barbie Oppenheimer deck. You went and saw those movies, didn't you? Get the Hopper deck from us, please. Please. It's got the guy from Oppenheimer, and he's got nothing on. He's sitting on a bearskin rug with his hands over his junk. We got Jeff Goldblum cards. Ashmead, your girlfriend likes painting Warhammer models? Nice. Every day, as soon as people know the game's out of their hand, they concede. Yup, I do it too. I don't give a shit. Like, I have zero consideration for my opponents on Arena. Like, none. I treat them like they're the AI because the whole experience is inhuman. The only conversation you can have with people is through very controlled emotes, and the emotes are weaponized by douchebag idiots who think that, yo, check it out, I'm playing like psychologically and this is like bluffing and doing all this stuff. I'm gonna spam oops 14,000 times. Wow, bro, you got them skills. You're a psychological manipulator. I have the emotes turned off so I don't see any of it, just so you know. But have fun spamming whatever it is you think you're spamming at me, you worthless child. I am the most uncharitable. When it comes to my opponents on Arena, I always just assume they're fucking assholes. I'm like, look at this asshole wasting my time. Like, for real. For real. So I don't give a shit about your fun. If it looks like you're going to have fun and I'm not, bye. Goodbye. I only care about my fun on Arena. I don't do that in physical Magic, right? If I think I'm going to lose a game of of Cube or whatever, I hang in until I know I've lost. I'll throw my cards down when it's like, okay, you just blasted a load all over the table and there's literally nothing I can do. You're going to kill me. I draw. I got nothing. You win. Like, I don't wait to go to his very, very final turn where he does the insanity, but that's it. We'll play right up until that actual decided moment. But people drop out just like that. I will leave a game of Arena if I just feel like you're taking too long. I'll just be like, it ain't worth it to play against you. You're a fucking moron. I just watch their hand flash like 3 times, and I'm like, you have 4 cards. You have 4 cards, and you can't figure out what to play? Here, just have the win, moron. I don't give a fuck. Right? Goodbye. Like, it's... No, Master, your wife is asking if I know about the upcoming digital apocalypse. It's already here. All the kids have no fucking attention span because of TikTok. What do you think these people are going to be like 20 years from now, after they've been just raised by algorithms and AI stuff, and they just talk to their own AI fuckbot? Like, honestly, dealing with people is fucking difficult. So why wouldn't you just get like a robo girlfriend? Be like, I can just program her not to mouth off to me. So there you go. All right. And then I don't have to put up with the fear of rejection or not understanding or having conversations, any of it. Any of it. Why deal with people, right? What up, Thompson? My day's been all right, buddy. How you doing? Joe, you only respond to hello and good game. See, I don't have them turned on for any of it. So I have no idea if people are saying good game or whatever and just thinking I'm a dick for not responding, but I don't care. I don't know them. And Arena it's all just turns into, you're not a person. You're just a name up in the corner. You're the current person manning this game's AI. That's how it feels. That's just how it feels. Zircon, you can just have direct challenge. You could do that as a direct challenge, right? That's possible. Joe, it's all good, man. Everyone makes their own decisions. If you like having your emotes on so you can say hello and good game, like, if people spamming emotes doesn't bother you, then that's cool. But I found the emotes to mostly be an annoying hindrance. And even when they're not, it is pointless pleasantries Where it's like, hello, fuck off with the hellos. We're just sitting down to play Magic. I don't need to say hello to you, right? I don't say hello most of the time to people in person. I had somebody comment on that. He's just like, you rarely ever say hello and goodbye. You just show up and start talking, and then you just leave. And I'm like, whatever. The fact that I'm talking to you is a hello. Just launch into what I got to say. And it's like, goodbye. Well, you fucking know I left, right? So it's just pointless, most of it. So I don't care about saying hello at the game. Like, there's already a bunch of time wasting and clicking on Arena. Now I got to sit there and click a hello to each random person? No thanks. Or I just have to be obligated. I got to pay attention. Oh, this guy clicked hello. I better say it back to be polite. So people saying it to me are saying it into the void. That's cool. I don't care, right? I'm just like, here, let's play a game of Magic. I'm going to try and respect your time by playing fairly quickly. I'm not going to fucking leave you hanging. I don't rope people. I do not rope people on Arena. But I will sit in a game. If it feels like somebody's roping because they really don't want to lose and they're just hoping I'll concede and leave, I will stick around out of spite. I'd be like, I ain't going nowhere now. Like, if I just feel like somebody's a slow player and I don't want to deal with it, I'll leave. But if I feel like somebody's trying to slow play or drag it out to get a win off of me, then I'm just like, no, we can sit here. I've got the time. You know what I mean? She said after the fall of all digital technology where we have to go back to physical archives. That would be pretty wild. That would be pretty wild. Millmaster, I find MTGO to be clunky. That's the issue I have with it. Arena can be buggy as well, but yeah, just MTGO is a clunk fest. Too clunky McJunkie. Also, like Arena, straight up, you can play Magic for free, right? You can straight up play it for free, which I like. I like that. I'm like, whatevs, man. I don't care if Wizards is benefiting from the fact that I'm playing for free, because it doesn't cost me shit. I can play Magic every day if I want to. I can find opponents quickly, have a good time. I can get free fucking cards. Cards, they're not real Magic cards, but they're for my digital collection, and I can enjoy playing with them, so whatever, right? Justin, I'm indifferent to Star Wars. I do like Lord of the Rings, yeah. I should probably stop drinking this. Yeah, whatever. I'll just stay up late tonight. Jess, what's the point of worrying about something on that scale? You can't do anything about fucking solar level events, dude. For real. There's no point in wasting energy. It's like worrying that some ball bag eating bacteria is going to show up and you're like, I can't pull my junk out of my pants ever because bacteria might crawl up my dick hole and eat my ball bag off, right? If that happens, there's nothing you can do about it. Spending your time worrying about it won't stop it from happening. So just enjoy yourself. Have fun thinking about how you'd love to kiss Bigfoot right on the butthole, right? Imagine that. Imagine you were the first person to give Bigfoot a rim job, right? And then you just find out it's some fucking hairy Serbian guy. He gave me a gyro. And it's like, that wasn't a Bigfoot. Yeah, he runs a fucking restaurant down. That's not Bigfoot. That's a hairy dude. You just licked a hairy dude's butthole, bro. Doomblade Super Chat says, if I don't like the player, I'm on mobile, so I just exit the app and time them out while not being there. Have fun with your annoying stuff. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Sabby, it's Barks root beer, man. It's Barks root beer. I mostly, I used to drink it all the time, all day, every day. I drank so much of it. And then I stopped having it overall at home. And, it's been a start and stop kind of thing. Because it's I'm an animal, and you get animal cravings and stuff. So I'd kind of been backsliding, but I'm stopping. I'm stopping. Justin, you ain't wrong, man. It makes you piss like a motherfucker. That's like today, like a fucking racehorse, bro. Thompson, you just got back from Serbia in April. Well, I guess you're bringing that up because you were licking buttholes for gyros. Well, you got it. You got to pay for your food somehow, right? I will tongue your hole, sir, if you will make me a pita wrap with tzatziki. Eric, they're never going to bring back Chandelar because they can't monetize it the same way. I love Chandelar, by the way. That's a game I should get back to playing. My playthroughs are still sitting there. Is sassafras root beer really good? I don't know, because none of the root beer I get has sassafras, and I'm pretty sure they changed the Barks recipe because it's not as good. The reality is, my body wants the caffeine and the sugar. That's what it wants. It's not like Bark tastes amazing. It's just my pop of choice. It's the best out of all the terrible choices, right? You know? It's like if you had to lick 15 different buttholes, but one was the least objectionable one. Where you're like, well, if I got to tongue a hole, I'll pick the least objectionable one. Dr. Pepper sucks, Justin. Dr. Pepper is thumbs down garbage. Yeah, that's right. I call it pop. Eric, it feels weird to call it soda. What am I? Who am I? Fucking Kim Mitchell? Might as well go for a soda and a quick jerk while everyone cries. Bum, 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 bum. I think of soda and I think of like seltzer water or whatever, man. It's pop. It's pop, son. Ashmead isn't all root beer caffeine free? No. Barks is a caffeinated root beer. Which throws a lot of people for a loop. And that's why I am fucking wide awake right now. Like, I'm definitely too awake for fucking midnight, bro. I guarantee you by the time we're done watching that fucking Ong Bak movie tonight, I will not be ready for bed. Joe, you cut out pop 15 years ago. You don't miss it? Well, good for you, buddy. I remember when I first started, like stopping with Barks, and Carly was like, you have to eat more. You have to eat more. You have to eat more. Because she was afraid that I was going to, like, just basically start to shed a ton of weight because I drank so much pop. It was so many calories. But with that just gone, like, I don't eat that much. I thought my breakfast was huge. I thought 3 strips of bacon and an egg was like a big breakfast. And then I use this fucking app that tells you how many calories it is. And it's like, okay, so that's about 250 calories. And I'm like, what? 250 calories? But I need like well over 2,000 a day. I thought, what? I thought this was a huge breakfast. Today, I did have a bigger breakfast. 3 strips of bacon. And then I made a 3-egg omelet where I cut up some hot peppers. And one of the strips of bacon I cut into little pieces and put into the omelet. And it was so good. It was so good. Juggling, we tried strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. But I don't have pop that much anymore. And it's basically just going to be, yo, are we going out to the Arby's or something? I will have a root beer there. It's going to be like, have root beer on there, fill the cup up as I'm leaving, and that's it. But it's going to be, I'm trying to have a firm rule of not drinking pop at home, not having pop at home, because it's healthier. One of the biggest challenges I'm having is it's really hard to just drink water. Like, not all the time. Like, I have a cup of water by my bedstand. And when I get up at the beginning of the day, I drink a mug of water because I'm like, I want that. So I drink water throughout the day, but not enough. And water's got no fucking flavor. So it's just, it's hard to drink water, enough water, the amount that you need, because it doesn't taste like, this is delicious. And the stuff that you add to water to make it delicious is terrible for you. Like, I'm not going to use those stupid little whatevers. Yeah, the carbonation as well. Like, I had apparently an ulcer in my stomach and didn't even fucking realize that's what was going on. So the doctor gave me medication to take care of the fucking ulcer, and it should be sorted out. I'll soon be off that medication, and like, I'm hoping that I'm not going to go back to having those problems. So I don't want to just be swilling a bunch of pop once I'm off these pills. He gave me a prescription for more because we're trying to figure what's going on with me. I'm going to see a fucking doctor that's going to feed a hose down my throat and take a look around in my stomach to make sure everything's all good. But, like, he wants me to go off the pills for a while and see him going off the pill. I hope I don't get pregnant. So stupid. So, yeah, I'm hoping that everything will go well. If it turns out that I need to keep going on the pills, then we will until we can figure out what's going on. But, like, I had an ulcer that almost killed me like 20 years ago. And for a long time, I didn't care about myself. So I didn't take care of my health, right? Like, I look back at it now and go, it's crazy how little I cared about myself. I would wander around in pain, basically rotting inside. And I didn't care if there was a battery in my smoke detector. Like, the smoke detector would make an annoying noise in the kitchen when I'm cooking, and then I would take the battery out and never put it back in and just leave it out for months because I didn't care if a fire happened while I was sleeping. Oh, well, that's what happens to me. Like, I did not care about myself, which is not good. That's not healthy. That's not normal. I care about myself now. I want the smoke detectors to work. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to be rotten inside. I don't want any of it. I was very mentally unwell. And I'm not like that anymore, which in one way makes life harder. It's easier in a lot of ways when you don't care, right? Because if you don't care about your existence, then what matters? Nothing. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But it's too nihilistic. I got important stuff in my life like Carly now. I need to be around so that she's got someone to take care of her. Like, on top of just the fact that I care about myself too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. If any of you guys right now, whatever, you feel like you're not worth it, you feel like you're not good enough or whatever, just know that you are. Just know that you are. It's worth it for you to be around. It's worth it for you to care about yourself. And if you don't believe that right now, you might in the future. So, I don't know, man. I'm glad you're around. How about that? You might not be glad you're around, but I'm glad you're around. And hopefully that means something. And if you're really having a hard time, honestly, for real, I will reiterate how incredibly useful this book is. Whatever you got going on, there's different chapters for different things. It helps you with a whole bunch of different issues depending on what you have going on. I didn't need everything that was in this book, but in terms of the chapters specifically on depression and anxiety, super useful. It's crazy. Like, my whole family needs pills to deal with their fucking anxiety. And I used to smoke way too much as a way of dealing with mine. But now I don't have a lot of that going on to nearly the same levels that I used to because of the stuff this book taught me, right? So it's worth it. Marco, you drink 3 pops a week and lots of water? Well, clearly you got to find balance, buddy. What's the name of the book? It's called Mind Over Mood. And it is really well put together. Thompson, you had an endoscopy yesterday? Oh, you were a cyborg for a minute. All right, well, I just noticed the time, so it looks like it's it. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. I value the time that we spend together. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your days, and we will, like, the day as it is, not the rest of your days for existence like I'm going forever, right? So, anyways, thanks for coming and hanging out. We will get back together again very soon. All right, I'm going to go upload this to the live stream archive. Peace out for now. Into the waters of doom I go.